Hey there, Heather Boyd Wire here, and today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to tell you about how we paid our mortgage selling on Etsy. Now, it's been a long journey. I've actually been making wire jewelry and art for the last 30 years, and I'll tell you a little bit how I started. I studied fine art at university in 1984 to 1988. Mostly I was doing drawing and painting, and then when I graduated I went and I worked as a graphic artist for a year in Toronto. And I actually liked the experience of working. I liked the work, but my boss was a horrible boss, and so after a year of that I made a decision to myself that I would never be under the thumb of a boss for full time ever again. And I actually kept to that promise. I've had little jobs in between, but that was sort of my main goal, was just to be an independent artist. So what I did was I moved to Montreal, which is a more cultural city, a lower cost of living, and I just dove right in. I got a permit to sell on the street, and I was making all kinds of funny little hand-painted buttons and funky stuff and selling them on the street. And so my first summer, often days would go by and I would make $3 a day selling on the street. It was pretty crazy. And then at the end of the summer, I actually met my now husband, and he was making little wire bicycles and selling them on the street. And so we got together, he gave me some wire, I started making some funky stuff with that. And within a couple of months I was wholesaling to stores, doing little craft shows and making things out of wire. And at first everything was really kind of crooked, and I actually was selling a lot of mismatched earrings and really artsy stuff, and having a lot of fun with it. And so over the years we sold at craft shows, I did a lot of wholesale to stores. And then when the recession hit, sales went really down, and I took on a lot of part-time jobs and did a lot of teaching and different things like that. But then when the internet came along and Etsy came along, I hopped on board quite early on. And so I started my shop in April of 2008. And within about a month I made one sale. I sold a pair of little drummer earrings, and that was sort of my first sale. And I remember actually when they arrived to the client, they had broken, so that was, you know, already a bad experience with the first sale, but that's okay. I fixed it, and everything was good. And so I sold little bits and pieces for the first 2 years on Etsy, and nothing really took off too much. It was very sporadic. And then one day we decided to put my husband's bikes in our shop, and I hadn't even thought about it before, to put the little wire decorations. And so I put them up there, and I think I sold one thing or something, and then I sold a little tandem bicycle. And when the client left a review, she said that she had put it on her wedding cake, and I thought, oh my gosh, what an amazing idea. So then we started marketing our things as being wedding cake toppers. And then as I did that, I did a lot of custom requests for different things, and started with the bicycles, and then I was doing like sports players and all kinds of musicians, and then customizing hearts with people's names and all kinds of things. And so this is a whole milieu we'd never thought about delving into, but because we listened to our customers, you know, the idea came along. So that was pretty amazing. So we've been specialized in wedding cake toppers since 2010, and of course I do a lot of other jewelry, and I think the key to success with that is just being very open to customer requests. So whenever anybody asks me to do something different, sometimes in my head I say, oh my gosh, I can't do that, that sounds impossible, but at least I give it a try. So usually the customer is very happy. I make something different, something special, and so that's sort of become my trademark. So my number one tip in this video is going to be really to listen to your customers. If you have customers that have a special request, or have special ideas, be sure to be open to their suggestions. So what I'd like to start doing on my channel is occasionally I'm going to be posting videos about how to be successful on Etsy and selling online in general. I've also started a new Facebook group that will be a support group for other people that would like to sell their wire art and jewelry and art in general online and on Etsy. The new group is called Heather Boyd Wires Art and Jewelry Online Sellers Club. So in that group, we're going to be sharing all kinds of resources for people that would like to sell online. I am no expert by any means, so I'm going to be interacting with you guys. I'm going to be learning from you guys. I'll be teaching you guys some of the things I've learned along the way. This group is a little bit different from the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club, and in the Wire Art and Jewelry Makers Club we're still going to be sharing photos of our creations, tutorials to inspire each other to create new designs. But the sellers group is going to be for people that would like to actually sell their work online. So be sure to comment below if you have any tips for selling online. Join the group if you'd like to join the conversation on Facebook, and we'll see you the next time.